Thank you for tuning in to this video here. Today we are going to be looking at the RoseCraft blades. This model here is the Cane Creek Jack. It's the item number is RCT013. So this is kind of like the first initial video, just kind of like a first impressions of this knife. A little bit of my background is I'm not a big on traditional knives, but I do have a soft spot for them, so to speak. Just kind of like just that old style. It brings something to it. Just got this warm feel to the hand, so to speak. So I tried this out. This is by RoseCraft, like I said, and this one is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. And I'm trying to make sure all the lighting is looking good and stuff. So forgive me if there's a little bit of glare or the lighting is just a little off. But the fit and finish on this is just superb. And I do want to make somewhat of a comparison between case knives, which is probably the one of the most popular, if not the most popular brand for traditional knives. And so this is a Congress, and I don't know the model or anything like that, but you can kind of see the fit and finish on this it is good. I mean, this is one of the better ones that I have, and I really enjoy it. I love Congress style blades, and this is not a knock against Case knives, but I will say that when I compare things such as Case, here's another Congress with, I think, a stag handle or inlays there. Beautiful, beautiful piece here. And if you want to see reviews on these knives, just let me know. But and this is a Frost Cutlery. I've got something like that. Let me see if I can turn it so you can kind of see it. And then another little case. This is not a Stockman. This is a Trapper 3 blade. Forgive me if I got that wrong. You can probably correct me in the comments below. But that's a 3-bladed one. But my favorite brand really at right now is the Hen and Roosters. This is a Congress with a stag. Beautiful piece here. And I love Hen and Rooster. I love the fit and finish. I love the stag that they use. Beautiful, beautiful pieces. And of course, you can get into some other brands that's a little bit more on the budget side. I think this is a Chief Stockman or Trapper or something like that. And then this is a 3-bladed old timer. Had this ever since I was a little kid. It's going to go off a little bit off of camera there, but that's okay. So I compare the RoseCraft against Case or Chief or Hen and Rooster or Frost or Old Timer. And of course, I know there's probably other brands out there. So I'm comparing it from that. This is my background. This is some things that I've kind of collected, something I've had as a little child. I think I was like 8, 9 when I got this. I had this since I was like maybe 9 or 10. So, there's background there. And so when I look at this knife in first impressions, the amount of quality from this Cane Creek Jack by RoseCraft blades, I'm impressed with it. Now, other videos I've seen on YouTube, and you can look these up. So if you look at Case, you can probably see this even with this kind of poor lighting, but you can see where there's brass liners in between the blades there. Now, for RoseCraft, it's not brass. It's all like stainless steel. And so it gives the knife just a little bit of more of a heft. And I'm going to move a few of these out of the way so it's not getting confusing. And I like that. That's okay by me. I don't have to have that brass. It's nice to have, I guess, the brass. It kind of gives a little bit of a contrast and warm look to it. I'm going to keep that one just in the background there. But I don't mind this, especially for the price point. On their website is $57.99 as of right now, at the time of this recording. But I got it to my door, I think for $60 and some change. So under $61. I had this knife delivered to my door. And then I should have brought this out, but here's the box that it came in. So I don't know where that little oil stain came in. It must have come from a box, my drawer. But here is the box itself. So RoseCraft Blades .com. Here is the number, the name, and so forth to that. Beautiful box. I like it. And when you open it up, it just kind of has this nice medium firmness foam. And then, of course, just a little wax paper type paper to kind of wrap it up in and preserve it, to keep it from being scratched. So I was very impressed with the packaging. They got it to me very quickly. It was here, I think, 2, maybe 3 days, if that. So they did really good with that. But as far as the knife itself, let's have a little bit of closer look to it. We talked about the liners in there being stainless steel. And if I don't know if you can see it in there, but there is no like skeletonization or cutouts on those liners to kind of lighten it up. They are solid in there. And then you can see that they have a RoseCraft emblem here on the end, and that's just well done. No burrs or anything like that in there. Feels really nice, good quality. And then, of course, looking at the spacing, let me get my other knife here as a kind of as a pointer. So if you look down through here, there is no spacing whatsoever between the inlays, the handle, and the liners. I mean, there's no spacing. I have found, I've looked over this several times. There's no spacing anywhere in here or here, on this side, this channel over here. They did a very good job with that. Excellent job. And one thing that I will say about it that I loved about this compared to modern day case knives, and is this. So when you open this up, I'm going to do like a halfway. See how that sticks out there? Once again, let me get my pointer out. See how that sticks out? That is that locking bar, not really a lock, but you know what I mean. That spring sticks out there at like the 90 degree, right? And then when you fully open it up, it disappears and it's now flush again. So on this, it has what they call a half stop. So if I close it, it's nice and flush, works really good. I open it up. Oh, did you hear that? Let's do it one more time. It's got this nice snap to it, and that half stop is kind of a safety mechanism for traditional knives. Man, that is flush. There's no lip. There's nothing there. And then I finish opening up. Snaps once again, nice and flush. So 3 ways it's flush. So that's flush there, flush there, flush there. And it has a very good snap and a closure. I'll let you get to listen to that. Very good snap. Very good snap opening. Very well done. I've heard some people kind of classify what the snap pull is. So scale 1 to 10, 10 being the highest. I would say, I don't know, about a 7. Yeah, for mine, it's about a 7. I don't want to say this is a negative by any means, but having the thumb nick down here instead of up here, it makes it harder because you don't have that leverage from the end. So it does make it a little bit harder to open with a 7 out of 10 pull. So if the nick was down here, I would say this would probably be a 5. But because the nick is here, it's just a little bit harder because you don't have that leverage. And then, of course, there's the RoseCraft there. Looks really nice. They did excellent job putting that in the blade. And on the other side, it just says D2 steel. I love D2. It's one of my favorite pocket knife steels. And look at that blade. Look how well done it is. Very, not a mirror polish, but like a satin. They did an excellent job. It's really sharp. I don't know if, let's see if it will. Oh yeah, see, look at that. I mean, that is sharp, hair popping sharp. Now I've got to explain to my wife I've got I'm missing hairs on my arm. So now, what can I compare it to? Well, once again, we compared it about like the half stop and you know that bar kind of sticking out there when you're opening and closing. But these samples I have of Case has been really good. But I have this other one I do want to just kind of make mention. So this pull is like a 2 or 3. It's just not that good. If you look at the fit and finish on that blade, it's just the lines, and you can kind of feel those lines where they kind of ground it down. It was not as sharp as the RoseCraft, but this cost me just about the same as this. And I don't know what also happened on this. So if you'll look, there's like almost like a decoloration right there in the nick, where I don't know if they kind of heated up too much, or I don't know what happened there. So it's just kind of, and this is stainless steel. I forgot what steel Case uses other than what it says, stainless steel, whatever stainless steel that is. But I just wanted to make mention and kind of compare some of these options here. For size comparison, here is a Benchmade mini bug out. So it's almost identical in size. Of course, there's a little 3-blade. Here's a 4-blade Congress. Here is an old timer. So you can kind of get an idea. Here is a Bic lighter, the normal size, not the mini. Kind of give you a size comparison there as well. And then, of course, a dollar bill. I like sometimes seeing what it looks like beside a dollar bill. So you can kind of see how big it is. And I like it. I'm really pleased with it. The quality is just beautiful. It's just a beautiful knife. I will probably try to get a couple of their other models in the near future. And yeah, I would say I'd give this probably a 9.5 out of 10 on a scale of likability. The only thing is it's not the knife's fault. I would say the nail nick would have been better up here with this amount of pull. I'm not trying to be a wussy or anything like that, but it just, 7 is pretty stout when you don't have that much leverage. And I have pretty good fingernails, but I would have rather have seen the design maybe down here, but then again, it would have changed the blade shape, and I actually like this blade shape. So, hey, you got to pick your poison. So I'd rather just keep it the way it is, but to make this particular one a 10, it's just that pull versus the nail nick. I don't know how they would have solved it, if it can be solved. And for most of you, you're probably like, oh, big deal. You know, you're just being super picky, and that's okay. So anyway, hopefully this review, first impressions, was helpful to you. And maybe I can do some more knife reviews in the future of what I like, what I don't like. And then who knows, maybe a year after this, I can do a continual review on this. Maybe 5 years from now, so forth. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.